Greetings and welcome to the Ripple Effect. I am Selena. So today's topic is about us telling God what to do. Um, I know many of us who are in our prayer closet, hopefully, and we have a tendency to tell God what we want, how we want it, when we want it. We give him the direct route, the scenic route. We tell God all these things that we put God in a box. And Jeremiah 29:11 tells us God already knows the plans that he has for our life. It's up to us to open up our hearts and our minds and be submitted to the will of God in a way that we'll be able to accept what doors he opens and what doors he closes. That latter part might be a little bit hard for some of us. I know for me, honestly speaking, closed doors are not what I particularly enjoy until I had to open up my heart and mind and realize that there is a reason why God closes some doors. And even if he doesn't tell me why, I have to be okay with that. I have to be at peace with that. And there are some of us who want to tell God what to do and we're forgetting we're the created, not the creator. And I encourage you to take time and ask God, is this beneficial for my life? Should I be going in this direction? Should I be at this job? Should I be in this relationship, this career choice? Some of you need to pray about how you're raising your children. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, you need to pray and ask God about it. And we can't get in such a state of arrogance where we're telling God this is what we want and then get mad when he does not operate in the way that we told him to. Now, I'm not telling you this because I'm trying to preach to you or tell you something that I have not done. There are plenty of situations where I expected God to move in this particular way. And when he didn't, I was like, okay, Jesus Christos, we need to have a conversation, and it's getting ready to be unpleasant. I'm getting ready to tell you that I don't like it and you need to change it. Okay. And I believe in having that level of honesty with the Lord, but not having a level of disrespect. But being able to express how I'm feeling to God, being able to tell him I'm uncomfortable in this position. I would like to be in my comfort zone. And I once heard a motivational speaker say that success does not come in the comfort zone. So if you're expecting that, I'm here to break it to you. That's not where it's going to happen, in your comfort zone. You're going to have to step out of there, try something different, see where God wants you to move. But we have to be okay with God answering our prayers and God orchestrating our life, because he promised to order the footsteps of the righteous. Matter of fact, Proverbs 3 verse 5 and 6, if lean not unto your own understanding, in all thy ways acknowledge him and he will direct your paths. So if all your ways you are acknowledging God, he's going to direct your paths. He's going to make those ways straight for you. But that the key word, if we acknowledge God, that our paths are going to be directed. So we don't have to worry. We don't have to stress. There are some of us who are in a state of anxiety by choice. And that's because we are choosing to be so nervous and so afraid of life circumstances when we don't have to. Bible tells us cast all our cares. Sometimes I chuck them. Here, take them. I don't want them. Take these cares, please. They are stressing me out. But I have been able to learn and grow into that state of mentality. I haven't always been there, especially in my younger years. I haven't always been able to submit to the will of God when it's not in line with what I thought it should be. Even right now, making different career decisions, different choices where I feel like this is where I would like to be. All right. I would like this particular 6-7 figure bank account. And if you don't give me that, God, I'm going to be very displeased. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just being honest. Some of you may not be that honest. Some of you might be contented where you are and you don't want to navigate up. That's on you. But I'm just saying my personal story. And when I talked to the Lord about, hey, this is what I would like. And then I had to realize I'm telling God what to do. Oh, saints. We cannot be in such a position and a mindset where we feel like we can tell God, the author and finisher of our faith, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, what to do. Because some of us are neglecting to tell our own children what to do. So how can we get in such a mindset where we can tell God what to do? That's the mistake. That's the problem. Because we haven't gotten in our prayer closet, we haven't studied the word to find out how we fit in this thing called life. How we fit into God's purpose for the kingdom. It's not all about I. It shouldn't be. Even though we have this I mentality in our culture, it shouldn't be all about I and what I can do. Is there something that you can bring to this world that's going to be beneficial to build up his kingdom? Is that something that you're willing to sacrifice your time or your gifts and your talents? Instead of being so worried about God didn't do this for you and God didn't do that, what did you do? Because sometimes we're waiting for God to act on something and he's waiting for us to move. And it may not necessarily be in a position. It may just be move in a position of faith. Because all he asks is for a mustard seed. And I have Googled mustard seeds and they're the most teeny tiny infinitesimal things. Okay? Microscopic. All right? Not really, because you can't see it in your hand, but you get the gist. I use the hyperbole. Okay? But so small, that's the little bit that God asks us to have, and we cannot give him that. Some of us are on granules of salt and pepper. Just so small, we can't even give God something extra. And to move in an atmosphere of faith, I'm trying to move in this atmosphere of faith. We're closing out the end of the year. We're getting ready to start something new. And not even to wait until then, but I encourage you to move in faith. Trust God for what he said he was going to do. Jeremiah tells us he wants us to have what's good. He promises he has an expectation of us having a good life. For good, not to harm us. Granted, harm may come to us sometimes, but that is never God's intentions because he is a God of love. 1 John 4:8 tells us that he is a God of love. He is love. So, with that being said, ladies, I encourage you to let God be God and learn how to submit to his will and operate in the mindset of faith. So as always, remember to love yourself first because no one can do it better. Thank you so much for watching.